A very lovely hello to all class 9th champions, class 9th ninjas. So my dear lovely students, first of all I welcome you everyone on your favorite channel Deeksha Vedantu CBSE English, and this is your Sonu Sir, your maths teacher. So my dear students, as you all know, we are going to discuss here the part 2 of the one shot of chapter Introduction to Polynomial. Now there may be new students watching the channel for the first time. They may get confused. My dear, you don't need to confuse. Part 1 of the one shot of Introduction to Polynomials has already been uploaded on the channel. So see, this chapter is little long, this chapter is little lengthy. That's why I have distributed this one shot video of Introduction to Polynomials into 2 parts. So part 1 has already been uploaded on the channel, and this is part 2 that we are going to discuss here today. So there are a few things remaining in the chapter like linear growth, linear decay, how to draw the graph of the polynomial and everything. And rest everything I have already discussed in the part 1. So the students, the kids watching the channel for the first time, go and watch the part 1 video also. So to get the complete clarity, conceptual clarity of Introduction to Polynomial, because I have taught everything from basics to advanced in that part 1. So make sure, I am pretty much sure you guys will go and watch the part 1 also. So let's start part 2 one shot of Introduction to Polynomials. So my dear, without wasting a moment, let's begin. So here the topic is linear growth and linear decay. And let me tell you one more thing. The topics that I have brought up here, everything is from your new textbook Ganit Manjari. And this one shot, part 1 and part 2, is enough for you for the quality preparation for your exam. Yes, my dear, you can believe in this entire part 1 and part 2, that is enough for you. So watch the video, try to understand the concept, then try questions from your textbook. By the way, I have brought a few questions here in this video also, don't worry. But before moving to the question, before solving the question, what you should follow, always make sure to understand the concepts. Because once you understand the concept in mathematics, everything will be very easy and comfortable for you. Math will be, you will be falling in love with the subjects, with the maths. I know a lot of students, they think that math is a little bit scary, math scares you. You are so afraid in mathematics. I don't know why. You know why? Why it happens? Because you are not trying to understand the concepts. You're not asking doubts again and again to the teachers. You're not interacting with the maths faculty frequently. Come on, yaar, understand the concepts. Once you get command on the concepts clarity, right? Theory, everything will be clear to you all, right? So make sure to understand the concepts before switching to the questions. Before jumping to the question directly, don't go to the directly exercise. Don't try to attempt the question. Otherwise, you get demoralized. Your motivation power will go down. So that happens because if you're not getting correct answer, your friends is getting correct answer, you're not getting correct answer, you start comparing your potential from others. It happens. This is general. So before doing questions, try to understand the concepts deeply with full concentration. So let's understand the concept. So here we are talking about linear growth and linear decay. What does it mean by linear growth and linear decay? Let me explain this topic by taking an example. So here I'm taking an example. So my dear, let me explain here first for you linear growth. What does it mean by linear growth? So my dear champion, linear growth indicates that whenever anything is increasing steadily, linearly with constant rate, if anything is increasing with constant rate, for example, Amit is a boy and Amit is saving 100 rupees every month. If Amit is saving 100 rupees every month, he had already 500 rupees. 500 rupees. He had already 500 rupees. Now he is saving 100 rupees every let's say month. Here is Amit is not so poor, so let's take month. So he is saving 100 rupees every month. So my dear champion, it indicates that the next month he will be having 600 rupees. Next month, he will be having 700 rupees. Next month, he will be having 800 rupees, because 500 he had already, and now 100 rupees is increasing every month. It means that 100 rupees is increasing constantly, steadily, and this is called linear growth. Now we can make an equation. So the equation will become y is equal to 100 x plus, he had already 500 rupees, so this will be 500. Y is equal to 100 plus 5. Y is what? Amount, total amount, I can say total amount he has. X is what? Number of month. Now y is equal to 100x plus 5. X is what? Number of month. Now if I ask you how much money he will be having, after 8 months. Come on yaar, after 8 months. So we can put here x is equal to 8. So how much money he will be having after 8 months? We can put the value here. So y is total amount he has. Okay, 100 into 8 plus 500. 500, he had already 500. Okay, so y is equal to 800 plus 500, and this will be equal to what, champions? 1300 rupees. So after 8 months, Amit will be having 1300 rupees. The total saving that he will be saving, after 8 months in his bank account, 1300 rupees. So this is called linear growth. I hope you are getting my point. The value is increasing steadily, not drastically, not stepping suddenly. It is increasing because the gap is 100. So such growth is called linear growth. I hope you are getting my point. Now moving to next, let me show you. Now we are going to talk about here linear decay. So decay means what? Decay, the word decay comes up from decreases. Come on. The word decay comes up decreases. D for decay, D for decreases. When something is something is disintegrating, something is decreasing steadily, something is decreasing in constant rate, that is called decay. And if linear is there, it means that something is decreasing steadily with constant rate, because linear word is there. Here, linear growth means what? Growth means what? Something is increasing steadily. Something is increasing in constant rate. Now, this is all about. For example, let me give you an example for linear decay. So, I'm taking an example here. For example, you have a car. And your car is filled. Your car's fuel tanker is filled with 100 liter petrol. 100 liter petrol. And you have just planned to go to visit some place, and you have started your car. And your car fuel is burning. Your fuel consumption is 5 liter per hour. 5 liter per hour. This is fuel consumption. This is fuel consumption, right? This is, champions. This is fuel consumption. Okay, let me write correct spelling for fuel. Okay, so this is fuel consumption. You had filled your car fuel tanker with 100 liter, by 100 liter of petrol. The car was filled with 100 liter petrol total. And as you started your car, you started driving your car, the fuel is getting consumed 5 liter per hour. Come on, 5 liter per hour. So my question is, how much amount of fuel will be remained after 6 hours? Tell me, how much of fuel will be remaining in the car after 6 hours? So we can make an equation. See, my dear champion. So first hour, I'm writing here fuel left. So how much fuel will be left in first hour? So that will be 100 minus 5, which is equal to 95 liter, because 5 liter is decreasing fuel consumption, 5 liter per hour. Now second hour, can we write here 100 minus what? 2 into 5, because in 1 hour the car is consuming fuel of 5 liter. So in 2 hours the total consumption of fuel will be 10 liter. So 100 minus 5 to 10, and that will be equal to 95 liter. This is 90 liter. And similarly, if we go to the sixth hour, so my dear champion, can we write here 100 minus what? 6 into 5. Yes, 6 into 5, and this will be equal to 70 liter. So after driving the car for continue 6 hours, 70 liter petrol will be left in the car, and this is called decay, because something is decreasing steadily. 95, 90, 85, 80, 75, 70, then 65, 60, and so on. And at the end, the fuel tank of car will be empty. Because it is decreasing in steadily. So this is called linear decay. So we can form an equation also. So let's make an equation. So equation will become y is equal to, the car has already 100 liter of fuel, so we can write here 100 minus this will be 5 into x. 100 minus 5 into x. So y is equal to 100 minus x. Right, champion? Here y is what? Y is fuel left, and x is what? X is what? Number of hours. I hope this is clear to you all. Y is fuel left and x is number of hours. Can you see the differences between both linear growth and linear decay? In linear growth, this constant term is in positive form. And here this x, the family of x is also positive. But here in linear decay, if we arrange this equation in such a way, y is equal to minus 5x plus 100. Can you see here? The coefficient of x is positive here, and here the coefficient of x is negative. And this is called slope. This is positive slope and this is negative slope. So if we draw the graph of this situation, the graph will look like this. The positive slope. Why positive slope? Because the coefficient of x is positive and the coefficient of x is called slope. This is called slope. Right, my dear champion? So in linear growth, slope is positive. Slope means inclination of the straight line. When you draw the straight line on graph, the slope will be positive. It means increasing steadily. Okay, slope will be positive. But if we look at the graph of this situation, here initial value was 100 and now it is decreasing. So if we draw the graph of this situation, initially it was higher level and it is decreasing. So this will be the graph. Right, because negative sign, this coefficient of x is basically slope. This is slope, right? This is slope, and slope is negative here. So in linear decay, slope is negative. Please keep it in mind. If we are talking about linear growth, slope is positive. And which decides slope? The coefficient of x decides slope. And if we talk about linear decay, slope is negative. And which decides slope? The coefficient of x decides slope. So here the coefficient of x is negative, and here the coefficient of x is positive. Because the standard format, let me write here journal form. Journal form of any linear equation of any straight line is equal to y is equal to ax plus b. Please, champion, please keep this formula in your mind. And here a is what? A represents slope, and b is what? B is basically y-intercept. This is called B. Can you see here? Here, intersecting. So this is the y-intercept. Here, this will be the y-intercept. This will be the y-intercept. The intersection on y-axis. And slope will be this. Right, and here the slope will be this. This theta will be the slope. This theta is slope, and this theta, this angle is slope. So my dear, what I want to, tell you guys here, in linear growth, slope is positive. Why? Look at saving is increasing. The numbers are increasing. And here, can you see 95, 90, 70? The values are decreasing. And if something is decreasing, the slope will be the line will go down, and this is going down, and this is increasing, decreasing, decreasing, and this is called linear growth and linear decay. I hope this is clear to you all. Moving to next. Okay. So linear growth, what is called linear growth? When something increases by the same amount every time, the graph form a straight line going upward. So going upward, I have already taught you, and we have equation y is equal to ax plus b. So example, I have already told you, saving money is the example of linear growth. If suppose you have 100 rupees, if you are saving 100 rupees every week, so in first week you have 100 rupees, in the next week you have 200 rupees, next week you have 300 rupees, next week you have 400 rupees. So it is increasing, the value is increasing. So when you draw the graph of this situation, the graph will look like this. Right, so slope is positive. Slope will come as positive. So this is all about. Moving to next. Okay, now what is called linear decay? We have already discussed, taking an example. Since the amount decreases regularly, the graph is a straight line, but sloping downward. Come on, sloping downward. This is called linear decay, and the line has a negative slope. Of course, I have already told you the negative slope will be there because something is decreasing steadily. Example, a car has 40 liters of fuel in its tank. It consumes 5 liters of fuel every hour. So how much fuel will be left after 4 hours? Come on, yaar. So the fuel left after 4 hours will be it has already 40 liter minus 4 into 4 hours means 4 into 5 liter consumption of fuel every hour. So 4 into 5. So y is equal to 40 minus 20. So the car has only 20 liter fuel remained in the car. 20 liter fuel is remained in the car after 4 hours. Now can you see? The car had 40 liter fuel, and now after 4 hours the car has 20 liter fuel remained. Means the amount of the fuel is decreasing, and that's why this is called linear decay. So when you draw the graph of this situation, let's say 40 is here. This is basically on x-axis time, and this is fuel. Right, 40 liter is here. So with time, fuel is decreasing, the amount of fuel is decreasing. So this is 40. Now the graph will go there. Now because at the time of this, when the time will be, 10 hours or 8 or whatever, the fuel will be completely emptied. The fuel tank will be fully empty. So the fuel will become zero here at this, because on y-axis we are showing fuel. So at this point the fuel will become zero. Here at this point, fuel will become zero. So this is called linear decay. So I hope you have understood linear decay. If we are discussing linear decay, the slope is basically negative. Why? Because something is decreasing steadily. Moving to next. So let's do a question here. Okay, so look at the question. Suppose a plant has height 1.75 feet. Okay, perfect. So there is a plant which is height 1.75 feet and it grows by 0.5 feet each month. Okay, so the growth in the height of the plant is 0.5 feet every month. Every month. Perfect. Find the height after 7 months. So let's find out the equation. So for height, I'm using h. For height, I'm using h. Okay, perfect. And original height was, the plant has height 1.75. So we can write here 1.75 plus. Now, from each coming month, 0.5 feet increasing. So we can write 0.5 into x. Or into x, yes. So here this is the equation. H is equal to 1.75. H is what? Total height of the plant. Okay, and here x is what? Number of month. So we can use the equation. Okay, let's do the question number 1. So I'm doing here. Okay, let's solve here. Question number 1. What is question number 1, champions? Find the height after 7 months. Come on, yaar. Find the height after 7 months. So we have to put 7 in this equation. And variable is x. Because month is increasing, so variable will be x. Because we have supposed x is number of month. So in the equation, at the place of x, we have to put 7. Because we are calculating height of the plant after 7 months. So h7 will be equal to 1.75 feet is already there. 1.75 feet is already there. Plus, what is this 0.5? 0.5 into, we are talking about 7 months, so into 7, so please calculate this 1.75 and 7 5 is 35 and this will be 3.5 because one decimal is already there. Now solve this, so this will be 5 and 5 and 7 5 12, 2 carry 1, 3 1 4 and this is 5 feet. This is the answer. So 5.25 feet will be the height of the plant after 7 months. This is the answer. I hope this is clear to you all, everyone. Okay, now moving to next. Second question. First is done. Second, make a table of values for t. Okay, so the question is saying t for a month. We need to take t for month, varying from 0 to 10 months, and show how the height increases every month. So the question is asking to draw the table basically here. Make a table. So let's draw a table here. So second question I'm doing here. So let's draw a table. Okay, this is table here, and make a table of values for t varying 0 to. Okay, perfect. So here I'm writing t for the month, and here I'm writing h for the height, right? So from 0 to month, so 0, if we put here 0 month, so 0 month means initially, so height will be 1.75 feet, 1.75 feet. So let's write here feet as well, so we don't require to write feet again and again here. We have already mentioned here. And t is what? Month. Okay. Now for the first month, now put here 1. We have already discussed now here h is equal to 1.75 plus what? 0.5 t. Okay. In this question, in earlier question, we have taken month as x. Now according to question, the question is asking to take t to represent month. So I'm taking t. So t is 1. So this will be 0.5. So h will be equal to what, champions? This will be 5. 5, we have taken 1. So for 1 month, this will become 1. So 5 will be equal to 5, 7 to 12, 2 carry, 7 to 12 carry 1 and 1, 1, 2. This is 2.25. Similarly, for the third month, let's calculate for the third month. 1.75 and 5 3 is 15. 5 3 is 15, so 1.5. So 1.75 plus 1.5. This will be equal to 5, 7 5 12 and 1 1 2 3. 3.25. Now can you see here, champions? Can you see? Here is 1.75. Now 2.25. Now 3.25. What happening here? What happening here? The numbers are increasing by 1. 0.5 multiple of 0.5. Can you see here? For the first month, if we put here first, so h is equal to 1.75 plus 0.5 into 1 means 0.5. So h is equal to 1.75, and if we add 0.5, this will be 5, 7, 5, 12, carry 1, and this is 2.25, which I have already there. And for the third month, this will be 1.5 plus 0.5 into 0 for the second month, of course. This was the for 0 and this is for 1. And for second month, this will be 0.5 into 2. So 0.5 into 2 will be what? Come on, yaar. Come on. 0.5 into 2 will be 1. Right? So this is equal to, h is equal to 2.75. We have directly jumped on 3. Actually, after 0, 1, it should be 2 now. We have jumped on 3 directly. Don't jump on 3. First, right? For the first month, this is 1, which is 2.25. For 2, this will be what? 2.75. Now, can you see here? This is 2.25 and this is 2.75. It implies that what is the difference between 2.25 and 2.75? The difference of 50. The difference of 50. Getting my point? So yes, you need to increase the value, these values by 50. Yes, my dear champion. Now moving to third. Increase this value by 50. let's increase, let's do. So let me do here. I hope this is clear to you all. And similarly, we will be moving to here. We have to write for 0 to 10 months. So don't worry. Now for the third month. So H will be equal to 1.75. I'm showing you here calculation also, champion. For your comfortability, I'm doing the calculation here also. Okay. So H is equal to 1.75 and 5 3s are 15 will be 1.5. Now add this 1.5. So what will be the result? 1.5 plus 1.5 plus 1.75. This will be 5. 5 7 2 carry 1 1 1 2 3 3 point. This is 3.25. And for 4 similarly we can write, and similarly for 5 6 7 8 9 10. So you have to just put the value here. For 4 months put 4, for 5 months put 5, for 6 months put 6 here, and you can make the table. This was the question number 2. I hope this is clear to you everyone. Okay, now moving to question number 3. Let's do question number 3 here. I hope you guys can fill the table. This basic calculation is there. You just need to put here at the place of t 4 5 6 7 and calculate the value. Find an expression that relates h and t and explain why it represents linear growth. Come on yaar. Find an expression that relates h and t. Perfect. So h will be equal to 1.75 plus 0.5x, and here we can also write this equation in this format: 0.5x plus 1.75. Now the question is here, at the place of x, let's t here. Let's take t because the question is saying to take t there. So this is t. It should be t. We have been taking here time month as x, but the question is asking to take t. So let's make sure to take t. 0.5 t plus 1.7. Now the question is asking, explain why it represents linear growth. Listen, why I'm asking here. See, why we can say this is linear growth? Because the height is first answer. The height is increasing what? Steadily. Yes, the height is increasing steadily with constant rate. And second is what? 0.5 is the coefficient of t. T is variable. And 0.5 is positive, right? So 0.5 is positive. 0.5 is positive. So it indicates what? Positive slope. It indicates positive slope, and positive slope means what? Linear growth. So there are two regions why we can say that we are dealing with linear growth. First is the height is increasing with increasing month, with passing month, and second is the coefficient of t is positive. It indicates positive slope, and positive slope means what? Linear growth. Moving to next. Okay, a mobile phone is bought for rupees 10,000. Its value decreases by 800. Okay, so someone bought a mobile phone at the price of rupees 10,000, and the value of mobile decreases every year 800 rupees per year. So this is linear decay. So this question is clearly showing linear decay. Decreases means what? Linear decay. Why? Because decreases 800 every year. The question is not like that. In first year the value was decreased by 800 rupees. In the next year the value of the phone is decreased by 1,000 rupees. In the next year the value is decreased by 700. No. The value of the phone is decreasing steadily with constant rate, and that is 800 rupees every year. Simple question. So let's do this question now. Okay, so find the value of the phone after 3 years. Simple question. Let's make an equation. So we can form equation y is equal to, this is the value, present value, and 10,000 rupees was the original price cost of the phone, minus, because the value is decreasing, minus at the rate of this. So we can write here 800 into x. So here y represents, y is what? Present value. Present value of the what? Phone. Present value of the phone. And here x represents what, champions? Month. number of month. I hope this is clear. Now moving to question number 1. So the question number 1 is find the value of the phone after 3 years. So according to question number 1, x is 3. So what will be the value? Value will be 10,000, that was the original cost, minus 800 into 3. So can you please do the mathematical calculation? Minus 8 3 are 24, 2400. So y will be equal to, can we please subtract 2400 minus 10,000? 10,000 minus 2400. Just imagine if it was 2000. So answer would have become 8,000. But here is 400 also. 2,400. So that will be equal to 7,600. I hope this is clear to you all. So after 3 years, the cost of the phone is remained, the worth of the phone, the value of the phone has remained equal to what? Champions, what? This is equal to what? Rupees 7,600. This is the value of the phone remained after what? After what? 3 years. Moving to next question. Okay, first is done. Moving to next question. Make a table of values for t varying from 0 to 8 years. Same question. And show how the value of the phone v. Okay, so for value we have to take v, and for the time, month, we have to take small t. Depreciate with time. Depreciate means decreasing. Depreciation occurs in a country, in the economy. So depreciation means something is decreasing. Okay, so let's make a table because question is asking to make a table. So let's make a table. This is the table, right? Here this is the table. Okay, and here this is time and this is value v, and v will be equal to what? 1000 minus what? It is decreasing by 800 every year, so we can write here 800 what? T, 800 t. Let's write it in single box. So value v will be equal to 10,000 minus what? 800 t. Now the question is asking to make a table, the values of t varying from 0 to 8 years. So if we put here 0, t0 to t0, what will be the value? Value will be 10,000 rupees, and these are in rupees. Come on. Now for the first year, so this will be, we can put here t, so 1000 minus 800. So 1000 minus 800 will be 9,200. 10,000 minus 800, that will be 9,200. Right. And for the second year, this will be 8 to just 16. So 10,000 minus 1600. 10,000 minus 1600, and this will be 8,400 will be the rupees. Okay, because we are subtracting 10,000 minus what? 8 to just 16. So this will be 0, 0, and this is 4, and it has become 9. So 9 minus 8 is 9 minus 1 is 8, of course, 8,400. And similarly, we can find 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and we have to find the values till 8 years. So you can do, my dear champion, what you have to do? You have to put here t, 4, 5, 6, and basic calculation. I hope you can do 3, find out 4, find out 5, similarly 6, similarly similar, and 8. You can find out the value. Moving to question number 3. Find an expression that relates v and t and explain why it represents linear decay. Come on, yaar. Come on. For value v, this is 10,000 and it is decreasing every year 800. So 800 for the time we have to take t. So 800 to t. Now we can write this equation in standard form. In standard form, this will become minus 800 t and this is plus 10,000. My dear champion, this is called standard form. This is the real form, standard form. So can you see here? There are two regions. That's why we can conclude that the value is decreasing. This is linear decay. There are two regions. The first region is what? The first region here is what? The value of the mobile phone is decreasing. The value of the mobile what is this? Mobile is there? Yeah, mobile phone is decreasing with what? Constant rate. With constant rate. That's why we can say this is linear decay. Look, 10,000, 900, 9,200, 8,400. So it is increasing. You can find the gap between each consecutive number is equal. So the value is decreasing with constant rate. So this is linear decay. And second is what? Second is what? The coefficient of variable, coefficient of t, coefficient of what? T is negative. Coefficient of t is negative. And we all know if coefficient of t is negative, it implies that negative slope. It implies negative slope. Negative slope. And negative slope means what? Linear decay. Negative slope means what? Linear decay. Can you see here this number? Minus 800. Minus 800 is negative. So that's why the slope will be negative. And we all know negative slope is having with linear decay. Moving to next. Okay, now let's talk about linear relationship. So my dear champion, linear relationship means what? I mean, if we go to the previous questions here we discussed, this is the linear relationship between value of the mobile phone and the year. Right? So this is the value of the mobile phone and the year. Because the value of mobile phone is decreasing with coming years, with passing years. So this is the relationship between the present value of the mobile phone and coming each year, right? So such relation is called linear relationship, right? For example, a linear relationship represents the relationship between two variables, x and y, and can be expressed as a is equal to x plus b. Very good. For example, if I take y as saving money, right? And I'm saving money every month 100 rupees. So 100 rupees every month. I'm saving 100 rupees every month. So there are two variables. First variable will be what? First variable what? Total money saved. This will be the first variable because the total money you are saving every month is changing. If you are saving money, so the money you have saved is changing with year, with month, whatever is there. So the first variable will be total money saved. And the second variable will be what? Second variable. What is changing? Variable means the thing which changes. So what is changing? The money, total money saved is changing, and what is changing? Month is changing. First month, second month, third month, fourth month. So time is changing here. So the second variable will be month. Month is coming. Month, those are coming. So here, if we make an equation, for example, total money saved. For total money saved, I'm taking y, and the month which is coming, first month, second month, third month, I'm taking x. So we can form equation here, y is equal to x plus something. Let's assume this guy had something already, money that has already saved. So x plus b, and the month is increasing, first month, 2, second month, 3, third month, whatever. And he had some money. I mean, so he is saving the money 100 rupees every month. So we can write here 100 every month, 100 into x. So the equation will become 100x plus b. Here the variables are x and variables are y. Variable y represents total money saved, and x is basically for month. First month, second month, third month, whatever. So this is the relationship between money saved and the number of month coming. The number of months which is passing, which is coming in future, right? So y is total money saved and x is the number of month, right, my champion? So the relationship is what? Because here in this situation, in this example, the boy is saving 100 rupees every month. The question is not like that. In the next month he will be saving 200 rupees. In the next third month he will be saving 500 rupees. No. In every month he is saving 100 rupees. 100 rupees every month he is saving. Look at here. This is very important term. He is saving 100 month every 100 month 100 rupees every month, 100 rupees every month. So this indicates linearly. The saving of money is going linearly. And what is the relation? The relationship between total money saved and the number of month. So that's why this is called linear relationship. I hope you are getting my point. Whether it is linear growth or linear decay, there will be relationship. Linear growth depends, the slope will be positive. Something is, stepping suddenly. Something is increasing drastically. And linear decay means something is decreasing, steadily. Okay. Okay, so let's do the question number 1 from exercise set 2.5. Look at the question, champion. Okay, let's do. So what is the approach and strategy to solve the questions from your Ganit Manjari textbook? Always read the question carefully and try to understand the language, English language, and try to translate it in your own language. To understanding the question is the first step. If you are not understanding the situation given there, how you will be able to decide which formula will be helping here? You can't. So understanding the question is very important. So let's read the question first, champions. Okay. A learning platform. So a learning platform means there is an institute or coaching center, whatever. A learning platform charges a fixed monthly fee. Okay. And an additional cost per digital learning. Okay. So there is a learning platform and they have fixed a monthly fee, but along with the monthly fee, they are increasing additional cost per digital learning module accessed. Okay, a student observes that when she accessed 10 modules, her bill was rupees 400. Perfect. When she accessed 14 modules, her bill was rupees 500. If the monthly bill Y depends on the number of module accessed. Okay, so if the monthly bill Y, so Y is the total bill. Y is the total amount that she has to pay to the platform. Depends on the number of module accessed, and the number of module is represented as X. According to the relationship Y is equal to X plus B, find the value of A and B. Very good question. So let's talk about. So let's first decide what is Y and what is X. So basically here in this question, Y is if the monthly bill, so Y is the total bill. Y is total bill generated. Right? Okay. And depends on the number of modules accessed, X. So basically here X is number of module. Number of module means digital learning module actually. Number of modules accessed. Okay. Very good. Now read the question. Now according to question, come on, read the question very carefully. A student observes that when she accessed 10 modules, perfect. 10 modules. Come on, how many modules? 10 modules. Her bill was rupees 400. So the total bill was 400. And there is a fixed charge also. We don't know the fixed charges. So the question here is, a student observed that when she accessed 10 modules, her bill was 400. Right? So actually for Y, let's take one more term here. B for, total fixed monthly charge. Let's say like this, fixed monthly fee. That is also there, na? In this bill, the fixed monthly fee is also included. Fixed monthly fee. So can we please make the equation according to this? Yeah. Yes, we can make. So the first bill was rupees 400. So, and AX, how many modules she used? 10 modules. So we can write here 10, and the number of module we are taking X. So 10X plus in that bill, the monthly fixed charge is also included. And for monthly fixed charge, we have already taken B. So 10X plus 10X plus B is equal to Y, which is total bill, and total bill was 400. So we can write here 400. Right? The first equation is done. Moving to second bill. Okay. When she accessed 14 modules, come on yaar, 14 modules, and X is the number of modules, and she used 14 modules. Okay. So basically, X is a number of modules, not number of modules. We can modify this cost of let's say, right, cost of using one module. This is perfect now, because this is the number of modules, 14 modules. So the second equation will be 14x plus the monthly fee, that is fixed, plus b is equal to, what was the total bill? That was 500. Wow. Wow. We have two equations, equation number 1, equation number 2. So let's do one thing. Subtract equation number 1 from 2. How I have decided? Because 10x is smaller than 14x. That's why. So this will be 14x plus b is equal to 500, and here this is 10x plus b is equal to this is what, 400 divided by, basically the question is here ax, and a is what, number of value, a is what, the cost. So this is basically a, 10a, we can write 10a. So if you want to exact match, if you want to match the exact scenario, so we can write here a. Basically this is a here. Let's say write here a, right, so that you will be able to find it. And x number of modules, so this will be 10a plus b, because here can you see y is equal to ax plus b, and a is the fixed value, and x is what, number of module, so that is already given to you. So better to write here a, so that will be looking better, champions. So better to write here a, to make the, systematically work, so that will be more better. Okay, so right here this will be 10a, and this will be what, 14a. Okay, now this is 14a and this is 10a, right? Can we cancel, subtract this? So after on subtracting this b, we cancel. 400 minus 500 minus 400 will be 100, and 14a minus 10a, this will be 4a, right? So a we have 100 by 4, and which is equal to 25, and a is what, cost of using one module. So a is 25 rupees. And can we please find out b here? So by putting the value of a in any equation, so 10 into 25 plus b is equal to 400. So could you please multiply? So this is 250 plus b is equal to 400. So b will be equal to 400, and this 250 will come here, the minus. So 400 minus 250 will be what, 150? 150 answer. So make sure to write the answer, find the values of a and b. So a is what? A is 250 rupees, 225 rupees, and b is 150 rupees. And a is what? A is the cost of using one module. So if the student wants to use one module, then he or she has to pay 25 rupees for one module. 25 rupees for one module. We can verify, champion. Now we can verify. For the first bill 400, and b is what? Fixed monthly charge. So 150 plus how many modules she has used? Accessed 10 modules. 10. And what is the charge of one module? 25. So let's solve this. 150 plus 250. 0, 0. Yeah, 400 is coming, which is correct. I hope this question is clear to you all. So A is 25 and B is 150. Moving to next. Wow. Question again from your textbook. Consider the relationship between temperature measured in degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit, degree F, which is given by degree C is equal to A degree F plus B. Perfect. So we have one equation given here. This is degree centigrade, this is degree Fahrenheit. Find A and B. Given that ice melts at 0 degree Celsius and 32 degree Fahrenheit, and water boils at 100 degree Celsius and 212 degree Fahrenheit. Very good question, by the way. So this question is a little bit related to science, chemistry. if you have a little bit information about degree centigrade, melting boiling point of water and all, then only you can solve this question. So hint is already given for the students who are not aware of the temperature scale. For all those students, the hint is given here. 0 degrees centigrade and 32 degree Fahrenheit both are same. Or if you call 100 degree centigrade and 212 degree Fahrenheit both are same. So there is no difference. So this is the relationship. Now we have, according to question, this is degree C is equal to A degree F plus this is B. Perfect. And we have to find out the value of A and B. Very good. So let's do. My dear students, this is very easy question. Why this is very easy question? Listen. When we take 0 degree centigrade, the Fahrenheit will be 32 according to science concept, according to chemistry. So write down, at 0 degree centigrade, at 0 degree Celsius, at 0 degree Celsius, 32 degree Fahrenheit is there. Come on, at 0 degree centigrade, the Fahrenheit will be 32 degree. So in temperature scale, 0 degree centigrade is equivalent to 32 degree Fahrenheit. I hope you are getting my point. So let's put the values here. So if we put here 0, so Fahrenheit will go 32 plus B. So we have equation 32A plus B is equal to 0. So we can also write this as B is equal to minus 32A. The first relationship between A and B is done. Now second, at 100 degree centigrade, 100 degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit is what? 212 degree Fahrenheit. When you enter in class 11, I mean PUC first year, in the chapter of thermal properties of matter in physics, there is a chapter thermal properties of matter. In that chapter, you will be studying about different temperature scale. Degree Fahrenheit is there, degree centigrade is there, degree Kelvin is there, degree Reaumur is there. So many degree temperature scales are there. So this is a relationship between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Right, 0 degree Celsius is equivalent to 32 degree and 100 degree Celsius is equivalent to 212 degree Fahrenheit. So let's put the values. So if we put here this 100 degrees, so at the place of C, let's put 100 and A is constant into this will become 200 plus B, right? So we have 100 is equal to 212A plus B, and now we have relationship B is equal to minus 32A. This was the equation number 1. We can put equation 1 here. So 100 is equal to 212A plus at the place of B minus 32A will come, and we can mention here from equation number 1. Let's solve this. So 100 is equal to 212A minus plus minus 32A. So 100 will be equal to, can we please subtract? So this will become 0, 11, 8, and this is 80, 180A, right? So what will be A here? Okay, so A will be equal to, I hope you are getting my point. This is 100 already, 200A, and at the place of B we have used minus 32A because we got the relationship between B and A in the equation number 1. So on putting B as minus 32A, 212 minus 32 will be 180. Can you see here? And now A will be equal to 100 divided by 180. Let's solve this. 0, 0 cancel. So this is 5 to the 10 and this is 9 to the 18. So this will be equal to 5 by 9. Now you can find in decimal also. So now for B, you can use this equation. So B is equal to minus 32 into A. A will be equal to 5 by 9. So B is equal to minus 32 into 5 will be 5 to the 10. 0 carry 1, 5 3 are 15, 160. So 160 divided by 9. So A is what? A is equal to 5 by 9. right? And b is equal to minus 160 by 9. This is the answer. This is the answer. I hope this is clear to you all, everyone. So this question was, yeah, this question is from linear equation, because there is a linear equation. If you change f, c will change, and linearly. What? And there is a bit, I mean, to solve this question, you require little bit information about temperature scale. So this question is slightly linked with science concepts. Okay, moving to next. Okay, now visualizing linear relationship. Now how to visualize? I mean, how you can check, how you can visualize the linear relationship. And there is only one method to visualize the relationship, is the graph. To draw the graph. By drawing the graph, we can identify whether the given situation is linear growth, whether the given situation is linear decay and all. So this is the topic we are going to talk about. Linear growth is represented by straight line with positive slope. So just by looking the graph, if the slope is positive, we can say that, we can visualize that the situation is linearly growing. And if the graph is negative slope, we can conclude that there will be linear decay. Something is decreasing steadily. My dear champion, general form of a straight line is equal to y is equal to ax plus b. Here, y is represent y-axis, right? Here, x represents x-axis. Try to understand these values. A is basically slope. Come on, yaar. A is slope. In higher standard, in PUC first year, in class 11 CBSE, you will be talking about A. This A is represented as small m. So basically the general format in standard, in higher classes, this is equal to y is equal to mx plus c. But here in class 9th, according to the new syllabus designed by CBSE, here we guys are studying here straight line in this format, y is equal to ax plus b. But in class 11th, in the chapter of straight line in mathematics, this equation will look like this. Will look like as it is this, y is equal to mx plus c. So m is treating as a here and c is treating as b. Now understand what is b here. So basically this is m and b is what, my dear? This is called y-intercept. If the straight line intersecting on y-axis, where it is intersecting, how much that straight line is making intercept on y-axis, that is called y-intercept. So please understand these things. Y represent y-axis, x represent x-axis, a is slope. A is slope and b is what? Y-intercept. Now, if a is slope, now my dear, if a is greater than 0 means what? If a is positive, greater than 0, it indicates that the slope will be positive. Slope is positive, and slope is positive means what? Linear growth. This situation indicates linear growth. Second is if a is less than 0. If a is less than 0 means what? Negative value. A is negative, so it indicates slope is negative. And if slope is negative, this is basically what? Linear decay. Linear decay. So please keep these two things in mind. A decides, the nature of A decides the slope presentation. If A is greater than 0, I mean if A is positive, the graph will be linear growth. I mean the graph will go in this steep in upward direction. And if A is negative, the straight line will steep in downward direction, from higher to lower, and this lower to higher. So this is the difference. Please take a screenshot, everyone. This is very important, champions. Very important. Moving to next. Look at the question. Let's do this question here. Okay. Draw the graph of the following sets of lines. In each case, reflect on the role of A and B. What will be the role of A and B? So let's draw the graph. And do you know, to draw the graph of any linear equation, we required solution for that. We required solution. So let's find out the solution for first. So y is equal to 3x. So let's find out the solution, champions. So make a table. Let's find out three solutions. Right here x, right here y. So if we put here 0, y will be 0. If we put here 1, y will be 3 1 ja 3. if we put here, yeah, at the place of x, if we put here -1, y will be -3. So this is the solution. Okay. Similarly, find out the solution for this second. For this, oh, this was for y equals to 3x. So we have done with second one. Now find out for this. So y is equal to, this is for, okay, and I'm doing here for this. We don't, I don't think we should erase this because we have done with the second. So let's keep it as it is. So y is equal to 3x minus 1. This was the first. Now find out the solution for this. At least 3 solutions. Make sure to find out at least 3 solutions. So x and y. Now if we put here x is 0, y will be -1. If we put here 1, 3 1s are 3 minus 1, this will be 2. If we put here 2, 3 2s are 6, or let's say -1. If we put here -1, let's say 2. 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 1 will be 5. This is the solution. Done? Similarly, find out the solution for this. We have done with this, we have done with this. Now this one. Y is equal to 3x plus 1. So solution. So this is x, this is y. This is x, this is y. So if we put here 0, 3 into 0, this will be 1. If we put here 1, 3 1s are 3 plus 1, this will be 4. Do one thing. Take the value of x in all 3 situations similar. Do one thing. Here, take same value so that we can relate something. We can relate in these 3 situations. So let's take -1 because we have taken here -1. So if we take here -1 champions, -1, so 3 -3 and -1 will be -4. Similarly here -1 and -3 plus 2. -3 plus 2 will be -2. I hope this is clear to you all. So we have 3 solutions. Now let's draw the graph. So to draw the graph, we required y-axis and we required here x-axis. Right? So we have graph here. This. Okay. Now mark the values. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All values are positive, and this side all the values will remain negative. -2, -3, -4, -5. Similarly, in this direction, all the values will be positive. The upper side of the y-axis is positive, and the below to the origin, the values are negative. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Now let's show the coordinates for all those. So I'm using here blue color for this first one. So when x is 0, y is 0. So this will be the point. Both 0. Second, when x is 1, y is 3. When x is 1, y is 3. So this will be the coordinate. x1, y3. Here. This will be the coordinate. Now, when x is -1, y is -3. -1, -3. X -1, y -3. So this will be the coordinate here. Okay. Now join the line. So let's use join the line. So wow, this will be the straight line. Can you see here? This will be the straight line. So we have the straight line. The straight line passing through origin. Clear, champion? So this straight line is of what? It is of y is equal to 3x. Y is equal to 3x. Now moving to second. Let me use another color. I'm using pink color for this. So when x is 0, y is -1. When x is 0, y is -1. X is 0, y -1. So this will be the point. Perfect. When x is 1, y is 2. Perfect. When x is 1, y is 2. Y is 2. So x is 1, y is 2. This will be the point. Okay. Now, when x is -1, y is -4. Perfect. When x is -1, y is -4. So this will be the point. Now join. So let me use pink color, similar. Now if we join these two lines, there are 3 points. Oh, wow. Can you see here? Can you see here, champions? The line is passing through, and you can observe one thing here. You can observe that the line is passing through 3 points and parallel both are parallel. This is the observation. Now draw third line. Let me use green color or white color. No, green color is perfect. So when x is 0 for the third line, let me mention the equation of second line. So second line we have this one, and it is of what? It is of second, this one. So this is of y is equal to 3x minus 1. Okay, now moving to third. Let's represent the third line. So when x is 0, y is 1. X is 0, y is 1. X is 0, y is 1. Where is the point? X is 0, y 1. X 0, y 1. This will be the point. Okay, perfect. When x is 1, y is 4. When x is 1, when x is 1, y is 4 here. This point. Okay. When x is minus 1, y is minus 2. So when x is minus 1, y is minus 2. This is the point. Okay, this is the point. X minus 1. Let's draw the line. So if we draw the line here, oh, I want green color, because now draw the line. Oh wow. Now look at the line, champions. So my dear, so we required equal gapping, so the points will be intersecting equally. I have drawn the graph randomly, that's why it will be slightly, moving here and there. So this is the point here. Okay, this is the point. Now can you see here, all three lines are parallel to each other. Come on, what are the conclusion from this graph? Come on, let's write the conclusion here. Conclusion, come on, look at here, champions. Conclusion. What you can observe, what you guys are observing here after drawing the graph of these three lines, all the three lines are parallel. All the lines are what? Parallel. And do you know why? Do you know why? Because just focus here. Y is equal to 3x. Y is equal to 3x. Second is y is equal to 3x minus 1. Third is equal to y is equal to 3x plus 1. And can you see the common thing? The common thing is 3. And this is basically slope. And if the slope is equal in every line, it indicates that all the lines will be parallel to each other. So we can mention the region also. All the slopes are equal. And what are the slope? Slope is equal to 3. Can you see? And the question was, what is the role of A and B? There is big role of A and B. Here A is playing big role as slopes are equal, because A represents slope. Basically A is what? A represents slope. If you take y is equal to ax plus b formula, this general form. So here in general form A is what? A is slope. So what is the role of A here in this representation? The role of A is making the slopes equal, because here A 3. So A is 3 for all the lines. So that's why all the lines are what? Parallel to each other. So A decides the slope. A decides the slope, inclination. And here the inclination are equal. That's why all the lines are parallel. All the lines are parallel. All the slopes are equal. A equals to 3. Now second conclusion, what we can see? Second conclusion. What is the second conclusion, champions? The second conclusion, look at there. Please look at there. Come on, look at there. Do you know this middle blue line, y is equal to 3x, which is passing through exactly origin. And 3x minus 1 is passing through here. And can you see this minus 1? Let me show you the result. Come on, yaar. This minus 1. Y is equal to minus 1. And here the minus 1 is what? Y-intercept. Y-intercept. And if you look at here, the pink line, this is this. Can you see here? This is y-intercept. Y-intercept. And if you look at the graph, it is intersecting at -1. So -1 is the y-intercept. And now in the third one, let me use green color. Where is green color? The equation, this line, the green color one, y is equal to 3x plus 1. Can you see here plus 1? Where is plus 1? This is the plus 1. This is the plus 1, y-intercept. So y-intercept, this y-intercept is plus 1. So intercept decides the line will steep down or line will steep up. If the b is positive, the line will steep up. The line will steep in upward direction. If the b is negative, the line will go this way. If there is nothing, neither positive nor negative, the line will passing through the origin. Yes, my dear. Here in this equation, the blue one, in blue one, b is equal to 0. Here b is equal to -1. And here in third one, b is equal to what? Plus 1. So the sign of b decides whether the line will go here this direction or the line will go this direction. I mean orientation. I'm not asking about slope. Slope will remain as it is. B decides whether the line will be steeping down and steeping up. So what decides B? Listen, I'm writing here the conclusion. The value of B decides steeping orientation of entire line upward or downward. So if A is positive, if B is positive, I mean B is plus 1, so it will be stepping up in this direction. If B is negative, it will be stepping up in this direction. I hope you are getting my point. So let me write here. If B is 0, line passes through origin. Come on, passes through origin. Please write these things, everyone. If B is 0, I mean if the equation is equal to y is equal to 4x, 3x, 5x, y is equal to whatever, minus 3x, minus 4x, B is not there. If B is 0, line passes through origin. Okay. Second, if B is positive, and if B is positive, it indicates that line is steeped up. Steeped up means the line will be shifted this way. The line will be shifting this way. Okay. And if B is negative, the line will steeped down. Steeped down. Please write down these things in your notebook. This is very important. Please, my dear champion, take screenshot if you want to take screenshot. So the question was, what is the role of A and B? So A decides the slope. A decides slope, this, whether the line will be this or this, I mean inclination. And B decides whether the line will be here in this direction or here. B decides the orientation. Orientation means the position of entire line. So we have written here the conclusion. I hope this is clear to you, everyone. Moving to next. So thank you so much for having me watching this one short video of part 2 of Introduction to Linear Polynomial. Let me show you one very important thing here by taking one example. Listen, my dear champions. Okay. Okay. So listen, what I wanted to tell you, everyone, listen. If the line is this way, if there is a line, so it indicates that B is less than 0, because this is negative. B is what? B is y-intercept. Come on, yaar. B is what? B is a y-intercept. Clear? And if the line is this way, if the line is in this form, so here now this, it has become positive. The y-intercept has become positive. And if y-intercept is positive, it indicates that b is greater than 0. So this is B champion. B decides the y-intercepts. So B decides whether the line will be here or the line will be here. Stepping down, stepping up. So this is all about B. And A decides this. A decides this. Slope. This is inclination theta. Slope get decided by A. Right, so please keep it in mind. A is slope and B is what? Y-intercept. These two things. Where? Here in this equation, y is equal to ax plus b. Thank you so much for watching this one-shot video, class 9th ninjas, my wonderful champions, my lovely students. If you are having any kind of doubt, if you want any particular chapter one-shot video of any chapter, please do let me know in comment section. And if you want strategy, how to study, how to solve the question of any particular chapter you may be facing difficulty in that chapter, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed.